I feel like such a fucking tit. And I look like one as well. So, feeling is about right, I guess. So over the past couple of weeks, people have been saying things that have kind of been getting on my nerves a little bit. So I thought I would do a video correcting one and correcting all. It's time that we got some actual education about the gay community and what it stands for and what it means and blah 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 blah. So I'm going to ask the questions and I am giving the answers. Roll the... Oh, this needs cleaning so badly. Titles. The gay community stands for Lambrini and Glee. Martin, you do come out with some weird comments at times. I really worry about you. Pink Party. Pink Party is something that I created on Facebook many years ago, and it was basically a sort of do-right thing, because the government at the time were really pissing me off, so I came up with the Pink Party that was full of gays and everything like that, and just, it was actually quite a good party, but we never actually got anywhere. Gay teachers should not be allowed because we are giving them the chance to recruit more gays. This one's sort of interesting because how exactly do you recruit gays? I mean, is it something that you teach like a language? Or how to read and write? Is that how they recruit gays? I've never been recruited. I made up my own mind. I was raised by straight parents. I had straight family around me, yet I still turned out gay. All gays are sex offenders. You might actually be onto something about this, because the definition of a sex offender is a person who has sex which offends people. And so, for as long as people are still offended by the idea of two men getting it on in bed, or even two women getting it on in bed, they will continue to be sex offenders because they have sex which is offensive to some people. The Bible says that it is wrong for gay men to exist. They should convert and follow the ways of Jesus. The Bible says very little about gays compared to what it actually says about straight people. Straight people actually have more restrictions put on them if you go ahead and read the Bible. It might be a good idea for you to follow the Bible for what it tells you to do, and then worry about everyone else when you're in this heaven and everyone else is burning in hell. The gay community stands for and is filled with love and peace. This statement isn't exactly true, because as much as the gay community might come across as a peaceful place with very little violence in it, it's actually the same as any other community. There is still racism within the gay community. There is still sexism within the gay community. There is homophobia within the gay community. So how are we different to any other community? And why is it only that the gay community stands for love and peace? The word gay, years ago, used to actually stand for kind of being happy. And the technical term to being a gay is to be homosexual. So yeah, while there is very little violence within the gay community, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a community filled with love and peace. Gays should not be allowed to adopt. Gays shouldn't be allowed to adopt? Really? The fact is, if a child is put up for adoption, more than likely the child is taken into care. And when in care, a child will, yes, lead a fairly normal life, but it wouldn't be as normal as if they were involved in a family and raised up in family life. So are you telling me that because two people who are together in a relationship, regardless of what sex they are, should be given the right to raise a child that they could love and care? Are you actually telling me that for cereal? It is absolutely pathetic that you would deny any child the right and, well, ability to be raised in a family where they would be looked after and cared for in a good family environment. It doesn't matter if that child had two parents that were women. It doesn't matter that the child would have two parents that were men. Because bullying is something that is being tackled, and more schools are sort of getting on board now and realising the way to tackle the bullies. So that isn't really an argument that you can use. I would love for nothing more than you who thinks this to actually go to a child who is living in an orphanage or living with a temporary fosterer and tell them that even though there are parents out there who would love nothing more than to raise them with the love and care that they need, that actually you are going to deny them that right, and that actually you have no alternative. Gays have enough rights. This point is a bit stupid, really, because gay people are still not given the same rights as straight people. It's becoming more common now in different places for gay marriage, and that's a step in the right direction, because straight people are allowed to marry. Why shouldn't gay people be allowed to marry? They love each other, they can prove that they are in a committed relationship with each other, so what's the harm in that? I mean, don't you get married because you love a person anyway? There are so many things that the gay community can't do, and it's not fair. Well, I'm out of questions. Well, thank God, because them questions were shite. Ugh. Can I get down here from now?